Everyone, I hope you all fine and I'm also fine by the grace of Allah. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Friends, today my class is about a few and a little. Friends, nan zamung class say a few and a little. Nan amunga dawo that what's the definition of a few and a little? What's the meaning of a few and a little? What are the uses of a few and a little? And what are the difference between a few and a little? Friends, nan amunga dawo a few little ki mung sa difference sheri. A few littles mungsa meaning se sheri and a few littles mungsa definition mungsa se sheri. So now let me tell you about that a few, then we will talk about a little. Now we are going to talk about a few. Then was pe da so dawam ki a few description, there are few describe last kuma biya baat ki munga a little ku. So a few, what's a few? A few is an adjective of quantity. A few is a or quantitative adjective of quantity. A few is adjective of quantity. A few adjective of quantity mean that it shows the quantity of it's a quantity of adjective mean it's showing the quantity. A few adjective of quantity quantity mean miqdar show kai, and a few means some. A few means some. A few meaning mean some. A few meaning some meaning and a few answer the question how much. A few answer the question how much. A few the question answer the how much. Whenever a person asks a sentence from how much, so then you can give answer a few. So it means that a few the how much answer and a few is the adjective of quantity. A few means some and a few give the answer of much. And what's the definition? A few is used with non-countable noun. Countable noun. A few is used with non-countable noun. A few non-countable noun which we cannot count. A few non-countable noun says let me explain it again. A few is adjective of quantity. A few adjective of quantity and a few means some. A few mean some mean kuch. A few kuch means some, and a few answering the question how much. A few the how much question jawab answer and the definition of a few is that a few is used to show a few is used with non-countable noun. A few munga non-countable noun munga use ko. Let me give you the structure. The structure is that first we should use a few plus non-countable noun. This is the structure of a few that first we should use whenever we want to use a few. So first we should use a few plus non-countable noun. So it means that we use non-countable noun after a few and we use a few before non-countable noun. The structure that chipira munga few stimalo biamunga non-countable noun is swaro. The meaning that chimunga non-countable noun the few na badistimalo our few munga non-countable noun pehla mean before we use a few before non-countable noun in a sentence. Let me give you another example. Let me give you an example, then you will better understand. He has a few sugar. He has a few sugar. So here sugar is what? Sugar is non-countable noun and we use a few before non-countable noun as I said. The structure is that first we should use a few plus non-countable noun. So here this is a few and plus non-countable noun. Mean that we use a few before non-countable noun. So it means that he has a few sugar. Mean that he has a few sugar. What will be the question? The question will be how much? How much sugar? This is the question and the answer will be a few. If a person asks that how much sugar do you have? Person asks. So it starts the question from how much and I say a few answer the question how much. Mean how much sugar do you have? So you should have to answer use a few. So I said that he has a few sugar. A person is asking that how much sugar do you have? How much sugar does he has? So we can say that he has a few sugar. So it answered the question how much. So this was a few. Now let me explain about that what is a few and what is only few. Let me explain it. This was about a little. Sorry, I have done a mistake. This all was about the a little. Now let me explain about a few. The chukuma tastakum explain mean adjective of quantity and the structure we use non-countable noun. This was the a little topic. Now let me tell you about a few. That what's a few? A few is numeral adjective. Numeral adjective. A few is the numeral adjective. A few chile agamung numeral adjective mean adjective of number. Adjective of number. A few chile agamung numeral adjective and a few are damung numeral adjective the yamung number of adjective of number there. And what was a little? A little was adjective of quantity and a few is numeral adjective or adjective of number. A little chile agamung sa chu waqti ma explain ta sa agamung sa adjective of quantity or the a few chile agamung sa adjective of number there. Meaning that we are talking about the number of adjective of number. And a few means some. The same is like a little. A few means some and a few is used with plural countable noun. Plural countable noun. A little munga sisa istimalo a little munga la gasra istimalo chi mungsa non countable mean chi kumung nishish marlay or a few munga sisa istimalo plural countable noun mean that which we can count. A few munga gasra istimalo chi kum shiz kum noun munga shmarle shagib ar munga a few istimalo. And the structure is that a few plus non-countable plus plural countable noun. Plural countable noun. And the structure of a little was that first we should use a little plus plural countable noun, and a few is that a few plus plural countable noun. Meaning that we use a noun which cannot count we use a little for an uncountable noun, and we use plural countable noun for a few. Few chile munga plural countable the par istimalo a little chile munga uncountable the par istimalo chikumunga na shish marule. So this is the structure. Let me give you an example that she has a few books. She has a few books. So here we use a few plus plural countable noun, meaning that we can count. So this is a plural countable noun and this is a few according to a structure. I said mata stoil chi pero munga few istimalo biamunga plural countable noun. So da mung sara few show biamung sara plural countable noun show, meaning that she has a few books. So this was the a few. Now let me explain about that what's different between little and a little, and what's the difference between few and a few. Just only a difference we talk about a few and a little. Munga was dawa yuchi mungsara a few mean a few and few, only few. Difference between a few and few. Munga was dawa yuchi mungsara a few ki or a few ki difference tishari, mean that the difference between a few and few. Mungba pa ustaz lawayam chi difference mungta so show chi mungsara po a few or per few ki mungsara difference tishari. Now friends, today so now I am going to tell you about the difference between a few and few. This is a few or a few ki mungsara difference tishari. Let me tell you. A few means some. The same is like a few. A few means some and a few gives positive meaning. A few chile mungsa some meaning work some mean coach, and a few munga sa work ideas work mungsa positive ideas work. Let me give an example, then you will better understand. I have a few books. So here it means that few books mean it might be 8 books. It gives the positive meaning. So this is why we called a few. which have given, which means some and which gives positive idea. So it gives positive idea. And the question will be that how many? How many will be the question? How many books? If a person asks, how many books do you have? How many books do you have? The answer would be that I have a few books. So it means that a few gives the answer of how many and a little gives the answer of how much. A few chile gamungsa the how many answer work, or a little chile gamungsa the how much answer work. So here when a person asks that how many books do you have, so I should use a few because I want to know, I want to use the plural countable noun which can count. So I can say that I have a few books. So this was a few. Now let me explain about few. That what's few? What's few? So this was a few. Now let me explain about only few. Few means not many. Mungsara a few meaning some work or few mungsa meaning work and not many. Mean not many. And few gives negative idea. Few mungsa idea work negative ideas. और मुंगसरा a few मुंगसरा positive idea work or few मुंगसरा negative ideas work or a few means some and few means not many. Let me give you an example, then you will better understand. Mean that he has few books. The same example like a few. He has few books. So here it means that 2 or 3. So it gives negative meaning. And I say that we use a few plus plural countable noun. So this is plural countable noun and this is few. So this was the difference between a few and few. Let me explain again. A few means some and a few gives positive idea. And only few means not many and few gives negative ideas. So this was the difference between a few and few. Now let me explain about that what's the difference a little and little. So that after explain kam chimungsa a little of the little mungsa difference tishari mean the difference between a little and little. A little and little. So now I'm going to tell you about the difference between a little and little. That what's the difference between little and a little. So you have, I hope that you will understood about a few and few, the difference between definition and everything, I hope. So now let me explain about a little and a little. That was dawa yam chimungsa little or little difference tishari. So a little, now let me explain for little. Little means some. The same is like a few. A few and a little means the same sum. But only few means not many and only little means not much. Because I say that the little gives the answer how much and few give the answer how many. So not much. A little means some and a little is used in positive sentence. A little some meaning work our little we use it gives positive idea. Positive idea work the same is like a few that I said. Let me give an example, then you will better understand that she has a little sugar. She has a little sugar. So here we use a little plus non-countable noun because I say that a little we use for non-countable noun. And answer the question how much. How much? Mean if a person asks how much sugar, this is the question. Does she have? This is the question because a little gives the answer of how much. How much sugar does she have? If a person asks, so we can answer that she has the same as I give you. She has a little sugar. So it gives the positive meaning. Mean that 3 kilos, it might mean 3 kilos sugar, 4 kilos sugar. So this was the a little. That a little gives some meaning and a little gives positive idea. And these were the examples. Now let me explain about only little. This was a little. Now let me explain about only little. Little. A little means not many. Sorry, not much. Not much. A little چې دی هغه موږ سره not much ورکوي and little, only little gives not much meaning and little gives negative idea. The same as I told you about few, only few. Few means some and few gives negative idea. Few means not many and few gives negative idea. The same is like little. Little means not much and little gives negative idea. Let me give you an example, then you will better understand. The example is that I have little sugar. I have little sugar. So here it means that 1.5 kilos maybe. So it gives negative meaning. And I say that we use non-countable noun plus little after little. So here it non-countable noun because we cannot count the sugar. Sugar munga mean chini munga nishwala devachina munga little istimal ko before sugar before non-countable noun. And this is the subject and plus this is the verb plus little and plus the non-countable nouns. So this was a little. Little means not much. Little gives negative idea, and this was the example. Let me explain about all the topics which I have given you. I hope you would be understood. And now let me explain it. A few means some. A few means some, and a few is used in positive sentence. A few munga positive sentence ki munga istimalo. The same is like I give you this the examples. And only few means not many, and it gives negative idea. And a little gives positive idea, and a little means some. A little gives positive idea, a little chile gamuksa positive idea, okay, or little meaning, okay, some. And only little mungsara not much meaning, okay, or munga negative idea muksa. So this was our topic. I hope you will be understanding this. Thank you so much.